Well, speaking of vulgarity, the booking malpractice in this thing, the next match, at least we didn't get screwed on the finish, but holy jumping Heminy. It was the tag team title three-way match. And again, in keeping with the big entrances, the Hurts got two rappers, twice as bad as one. I don't know who they were, but I bet they were somebody. And then MJF, or not MJF, but MVP had the microphone and cut a promo on their way to the ring. But Brian, was it poorly mic'd on the broadcast, or he was kind of in a rap vein, so I don't know what the fuck he was saying anyway. But it sounded like he wasn't stuttering or anything. Could you hear him?
I actually missed part of the entrance because I ran to the other room real quick to get a drink before the match started.
So somebody might... Now, don't be one of these people that listens to the goddamn thing on headphones. If you were watching it on television, was MVP's delivery mic'd properly? But nevertheless. And then here came Hong Kong Phooey and Kevin Knight. And then here came Cage and Nick Plain and Nick Plain's mom and Pip Sabian. And we get the bell. And we were afraid that they were going to pull some kind of funky like a monkey business and take the belts off the Hurts without beating them. They at least didn't do that, but the fact that they were in this match, it was sad, unfortunately. But the Hurt Syndicate, for the most part, beat up all of them. If there was people being thrown around, the Hurts were throwing them around. At one point at the start, they were all on the floor. There was nothing happening in the ring. Finally, they got in there. And that FTR on color, I got to be honest with you. I think I would root for Pockets to kick the shit out of Hong Kong Phooey. I cannot stomach the sight of him. It's an insult to me visually that Spitball is on this program. And then the Hurts had to bump for the children. Go ahead.
He's a 4th degree black belt.
I'd like to give him the 3rd degree about...
You hate him more than Orange Cassidy?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, I do.
That's kind of stunning.
I believe I do. Because it's just, at least Pockets didn't look cheerful. So Bailey looks like, I know I'm a nerdish douchebag and I'm proud of it and it makes me happy. Rather than Pockets was like, yeah, I know I'm just an insignificant, bland piece of shit, but I'm kind of resigned to it. Anyway, at one point, Shelton Benjamin Germaned Spitball over the top rope onto 3 guys, but they were just doing a lot of stunts, the typical 3-way thing. They tried to break Nick Plain's neck once and then did more dives on him. And then finally, Lashley threw Christian Cage into FTR sitting there at color and knocked them all over. And then Dax got up and Lashley pie-faced Dax so that FTR got mad and came to the apron, but Lashley shoved Christian into them so it would knock them off the apron and then speared Christian 1, 2, 3. So the Hurts did win. At least they got out of there before the bullshit started. But FTR and Stokely got in the ring and there was some conversation or discussion or maybe even argument going on with Nick and Pip. But Cage got in between like he was going to calm it down and said, let's go to his guys. And then Nick jerked Cage around and gives him the unprettier. And Mama Wayne starts laughing. And FTR are shocked. And Mama slaps Christian. And they go to concerto him. And Brian, you're never going to guess whose music played. That's right. The former, what is he the former? He's formerly Adam Copeland and formerly Edge, and now he's just Cope. And he comes to the ring running down the ramp or down the alleyway with a barbed wire bat in his hand. Well, first he goes to both sides of the stage. While his music is playing, he goes to both sides of the stage. Then he walks down part of the ramp and he poses for his pyro. Well, goddamn, Jack the Ripper would have had time to fucking finish butchering Liz Stride in this amount of. And then he ran to the ring with the bat, but on the way he kicks Nick, he clotheslines Pip, he rolls in the ring and drops the bat so that he could hit the ropes and double spear FTR and then spear Pip. So why'd he bring the bat? And the heels leave and Edge. Well, I'm serious. What
yeah, you're right.
Goddamn, I could stop this horrible assault on my friend if only I didn't have my hands full with these guns.
Oh, yeah, he had to do his pose. He had to run to both sides of the stage before he ran out.
And then the heels left and Edge helped Christian up and said, go find yourself. Instead of go fuck yourself. That was profound. But as I said, at least the Hurts got out of it before, the whole finish thing happened. But they've got a team that's over and they're spending times doing angles between these children. And now, they got Edge and Cage reunited. I'd rather see Edge and Cage against the Hurts. But we're going to have them see against Pip and Nick. The fuck?
You're going to see him against FTR. That's what you're going to see.
We're going to see him against FTR. We're going to see him against Pip and Nick because they just did the goddamn deal. These two have turned on him after all this time. They're just going to forget about that. But I'm saying every tag team in the company, they put a big name team back together, and it's not to work with the World Tag Team Champions.
Now we get to see the Christian journey of self-discovery as he finds himself so that he could team up again with Edge.
Christian told me one time he found himself when he was 12 or 13 in his journey of self-discovery. And he'd never lost the way since. So